Good afternoon, maybe to India and other places. So my speech today will be about innovation and entrepreneurship, as the previous talks, but in a different way, trying to connect also with the IP issues, artificial intelligence, therefore, and the patents and intellectual property rights, etc., in the era of artificial intelligence. I will start with some things about the fourth industrial revolution, which encompasses also AI. Some things about AI, which is a part of the industrial revolution, the big part, and a very evolutionary technology, as we will see. But I will concentrate mainly in investments in AI technologies, with AI products, some trends only, challenges about the patent law, and innovation, AI-based innovation. So it will be, I will try to integrate things here, like numbers, statistical numbers about the evolution, and the challenges about AI application, especially in the IP environment, intellectual property rights and patents. So about the Industrial Revolution, we know the first was steam and machines at 1784, and then we had the electricity mass production in 1870, and then, of course, electronics, transistor was, of course, earlier, was invented in 1949, but 1969 is the whole integration with automation. And now we are talking about cyber-physical systems. This is a classification, not mine, it comes from Economic Forum, but I agree with this classification. Cyber-physical systems include, of course, robotics, include the AI, include everything that can make machines intelligent and connect also the physicals and the cyber. Let's say cybernetics is the machines, the intelligent machines. So the connection between physical system and cyber systems. So it's something more than robotics and AI. It's also the connection with the humans. What is important here is this marriage of physical and advanced digital technologies. And these advanced digital technologies include, of course, data analytics, artificial intelligence, cloud computing, IoT, robotics, and because robotics is including also computer vision and several other digital technologies. So this marriage is something unique in our era, and this, of course, has several implications also with respect to innovation. And I will concentrate on this in 5-6 minutes. So, what is AI? Of course, AI is the science and engineering to make machines intelligent. This is coming from John McCarthy, who is the inventor of AI. What is the important thing is to simulate, is to adapt machines in order to have some cognitive functions and be able to understand things like language, problem solving, and also to be able to adapt with learning. All this is achieved up to now, but the word understanding here is a bit confusing. It's a bit not fully correct, as we might know. According to European Patent Office also, in the sense of patent law, because we will see this makes some challenges nowadays. We can say that it's a series of mathematical and computer science algorithms. This is AI that allow computers to solve complex problems and mimic human intelligence, actually mimic human behavior. Not only intelligence, but in general behavior. For instance, motion, dance, whatever, things that require intelligence, we will discuss. Of course, we know that the first approach was ANI, the artificial narrow intelligence, intelligence to solve certain problems only. And for instance, chess, the deep blue, it's in a very good stage. It can, let's say, beat even the grand masters in chess nowadays. But is this intelligence? Okay, it's complex problem solving. And because humans can do this in a very efficient way, then IBM's Deep Blue, the most successful up to now system for chess playing and beating the grandmasters, we could say that this is a particular example of artificial narrow intelligence. But we can have many other such examples of the past and currently also, because even video games have some kind of intelligence, and this is narrow intelligence because it's focused problem solving. So it's actually, it's not intelligence in the general sense, it's a series of algorithms for complex problem solving that mimic intelligence. This is the real fact. AGI, artificial general intelligence, we are talking about now mimicking human behavior, not focusing on one problem, but by making very complex calculations that even humans cannot do such things, may be able to solve a series of intellectual tasks that humans do without even thinking, every day. So AGI means to combine complex problem solving into bringing human-like behavior for the machines. The projection is not 2030 now, because we are in 5 years, it's later, but AGI will be a very big step for the progress of intelligent machines. And of course, we have the superintelligence, the last step, which will be delayed, of course, a lot. But here, as AGI, we know that we are talking about creativity, because AGI doesn't employ any creativity. Even the GPT transformers, the generative pre-trained transformers, generative AI, as we say, is not intelligence exactly, it's complex problem solving. It's not creativity. There is no creativity in this. But here we're talking about creativity, even scientific and artistic creativity, general wisdom, and of course, common sense. We know very well that common sense is something very, very difficult. So we believe, however, that if AGI is reached in 10, 20 years, 30 years, then AGI will be near. I have several doubts in this because we have not solved a critical problem, consciousness and common sense. Common sense is not simply some rules, even fuzzy rules, is something much more. But let's see some more focused and practical issues. You can see an explosion of artificial intelligence related to other different sciences. So you can see that AI is here, but after, you cannot see my picture, I don't know, but after 2022, with the advent of generative AI, this curve goes even exponentially. You will see shortly in different numbers. You can see computer science. It's, of course, in an increase of investments and publications, etc., etc. And you can see all the other sciences. All sciences are here. So you can see the explosion of AI with regards even to computer science. The technical foundations, because I want to present also something, some important results regarding the efficiency, but I will be very short in this. It's, of course, models that are able to offer efficiency in medical diagnosis. I will deal with this, and this is why I mentioned, in predictive analytics, in failure detection, and so on and so on. So actually is function approximation, predictive analytics, classification, and clustering the major parts of artificial intelligence. But even in this case, we have another part, which is the reinforcement learning, another model for strategies for chess playing, game playing in general, etc. And we have also the rule-based AI, like fuzzy systems, fuzzy rule-based systems, which are a generalization of the known if-then-else rules. So all this together with evolutionary computation, etc., is the background, the big background. The other big background is machine learning. Machine learning includes also deep learning, and it's learning. By learning, we mean adaptation from data. So starting from data, big data, etc., what we do is to adapt system parameters in order to have good results in complex problem solving, like classification, clustering, predictive analytics, business analytics, and so on. But now it's time to concentrate a bit more after this discussion, to concentrate a bit more on investments and innovation. Innovation means investments. Without investments, there is no innovation. I'm going to compare some things here. These are data of 2020. You can see that China and US at that period were 2.1 billion investments for industrial AI park. I will present nowadays, however, because we are in 2025. EU a bit behind. France, you can see France tried to invest, had the plan to invest a lot at that period. US government at that time, 2018, was not engaged to AI. Remember, 2018, before generative AI. Now, you can see what happens nowadays. 2024, 2024, 25, a comparison between China and USA. I'm afraid to say that the EU is behind the two major players, and the two major players are, of course, USA and China. You can see the investments here for venture capital funding of AI companies. You can see here 290 billion in 2024, and you see the increase in 2025. It's projected according to the current numbers. China, the same thing. It invests, of course, a bit less. If we compare, of course, populations, it's another story, but you can see that it's in the same order of magnitude. The key sectors, this is something important here. USA invests in autonomous vehicles, healthcare, and IT infrastructure. China invests mainly in smart cars, autonomous vehicles, biotechnology, and healthcare. The difference is the IT infrastructures. Of course, IT infrastructure is critical for USA because of Google, Facebook, social networks. So this is another story. USA is far, China is far behind, and USA is quite far away from China in this aspect. You can see the same trends in 2025. Also, the initiatives you can see here, especially the federal cloud computing strategy. So USA invests in cloud, intelligent cloud. Whereas China is more to healthcare and biotech. And the regulations, we have AI regulations in USA, not in China yet, but they have started and they increase their, let's say, activities in AI regulations. Europe has, on the other hand, some regulations, but does not produce at the moment a huge AI and does not present huge progress in AI. There is progress in Europe, but not the one met in USA and China. You can see here what happened with venture capital investments during 2017, 2018. The numbers, of course, for venture capitalism were at this order of magnitude, 1.5 billion. You can see some of the companies, biotechnology, etc. And in China, on the other hand, much smaller in some cases, but bigger, much bigger, especially for autonomous vehicles, etc. But look nowadays, not in 2018. I have not named the companies, but you can see here, China invests in venture capitalism in autonomous vehicles. Also in AI-focused companies. For instance, DeepSeek is one of such companies. And you can see in USA, healthcare, IT infrastructures, biotechnology in China, not in USA. In USA, it's they more invest in healthcare regarding biotechnology. Of course, healthcare and biotechnology are close, but never mind. So you can see the investment amounts for companies are big, not bigger, of course, than 2018, but we have many more companies now where the investments go for AI-related activities. What we see here is that the years of experience of the personnel in AI for the United States, it was 10 years for more than a half of the scientists. And in China was much less. In United States, you can see the patent applications during that period, 2010, 2014. I will show you nowadays. You can see that at that period, United States was first in the world. Also, the number of workers in AI in 2000, this is a number of 2019. You can see the differences. And here is the private AI investments for end of 2016 data coming from McKinsey. You can see that the differences, these differences are reported before generative AI, before 2022. These numbers are before 2020, actually. You can see also, for the period before, you can see IBM for 5 years, 5,000 patents on AI. Google, 4,500 AI patents. But look here what happens, 2024, 2025. USA, now 8,000 patents on AI. China, 13,000. 2025, you can see small increase, big increase in China. China invests in AI. USA, of course, invests. Europe is not mentioned because Europe, I'm afraid, does not produce so much. We know the big players are OpenAI, Microsoft, Google, etc., and DeepSeek. Europe is nowhere. Okay, the key points in these investments on innovation, investments on innovation again. It's voluminous. China is voluminous. But if we see the quality, let's say, USA quality measured by citations, average US patent citations is 13 average per patent. In China is 1.92. So you can see the difference. Also, you can see for the period after generative AI emergence, you can see that we have 38,000 filed patents now for generative AI during the last 3 years, and only this from USA. But you know that USA produced generative AI, started. So a comparison in innovation of the two major players is that traditional science was developed in the Western world for long years, and China could not adapt easily to all this evolution. But computer science, and especially now AI, is new. And if China copied and pasted for the old technologies, now it can produce because they are adapted and they are currently in the big game of fourth industrial revolution. Is not as before. AI powered and drug discovery, there is a lot of interest. I don't have time to focus on this, but I want, in order to have a good, let's say, appreciation of what happens with machine learning and machine learning classifiers about cancer, you can see that the best results coming from Nature journal, the most important journal in science. You can see that in medicine, in cancer medicine, 60% of the diagnoses were the same between humans and machine learning algorithms. 15%, so go to 17 to 75, they were similar, but in 15%, 15.5, the machines could identify also subcategories of cancer, not the human. There was discrepancy in 12% of the cases, but after laboratory testing, 92% in this 12%, 13 almost, 93 almost, it was confirmed. And only 7% was the confirmation of pathologists' diagnosis. And for 11.5, the computer cannot assign a diagnosis out of all the cases. And after additional analysis, in 67%, the tumor was unassigned. There was no tumor. So this uncertainty was correct. So you can see the efficiency of the algorithms. You can see patent publications. You see the explosion of artificial intelligence and machine learning with respect to other. And this explosion is between China and USA, you can see. You can see how China and USA are compared, and also UK here. You can see the patent families applications for AI, how they exponentially grow up. And it's time to, because it's time also in 5 minutes, let's say, to finish. We have, what we have presented up to now is the innovation investments regarding AI technology, a comparison between the big players, and I want to concentrate now and finalize with patents application. You saw the explosion of patents, saw the explosion of innovation. And now we have an issue here, because generative AI and AI in general can lead to a patent. So we have the emergence of a problem regarding innovation and AI. Invention. What is really invention? Let's say I identify a problem, and the problem is solved by AI. Who is the inventor? Can an inventor be a physical person only, or an inventor could be also a machine? You can see, before answering this question, you can see generative AI. This is ex-Prime Minister of Greece. You know Angela Merkel better in Germany. This is a deep dream generative AI example. So according to invention, according to EPO, the European Patent Office, only a natural human, a physical person could be an inventor. It's a person who had the idea, who recognized the idea of the invention and developed all technical things in a creative thinking and activity. Only a human being could be an inventor. This is according to EPO, European Patent Office. But we may have nowadays by AI patents. Is this possible? Currently, who is triggering? Who has the ideas? The human. There is no possibility for AI to say, to tell AI, my model, give me patent now. This cannot happen. The query should be clear in order to have an answer. So technically speaking, AI cannot generate the idea. The human being should have an initial idea and then co-work with the AI. So AI is not designated as inventor fully according to EPO standards. So the current situation is that it cannot be. But when we are going to AGI, and especially AGI intelligence, then the models could trigger. AGI intelligence means that the models could trigger, could have creative thinking as analyzed. So what happens then? This is a real challenge. This is a problem. But for nowadays, in order to conclude about innovation, patents, etc., we can have the real effect. The real effect of AI is that it increases the skills of a skilled person. So increases the options and the tools, all tools regarding a skilled person. So it can make the progress for the patent much faster, for the innovation much faster. So the lessons to learn is that although in the previous systems, the previous eras, the previous centuries, the intellectual property right and the patent systems also were evolving smoothly under certain terms and conditions, now the international patent system faces some challenges because the machines could offer at the moment, enhance the progress. But in the near or maybe far future, might be difficult to say things like the AI is not designated, etc., etc. Then we should rethink. But up to then, human is the triggering entity, is entity for the IP, the patent, international patent system, and innovation is the creator. And AI is the tool to advance and have big progress and faster progress. So thank you very much for your attention about this statistical, but also discussion about innovation in USA, China, and less in Europe, and what happens with innovation and patents in the era of AI. Thank you very much for your attention.